The PELP Institute is one of the most dynamic professional learning experiences that I've been involved with, and I would recommend it to any superintendent or school leader or district office person. And bring a team and really get involved, and really just seeing how there's a lot of organizations out there doing a lot of great things, and some of the things they do have application for what we do. And you can learn from that, and PELP ensures that that happens. The Institute itself, the Public Education Leadership Project Institute, has been just it's been the best professional development I've ever had. And I've had a lot of professional development, workshops, conferences, and activities. We come because we believe it will help us to think differently, to ask the right questions, and to understand that school districts are complex organizations, and all the elements that swirl around have to be done, managed in a coherent fashion if you're to really achieve your core mission.
Well, I think it is important to be in a place where there are colleagues who are facing very similar challenges, and being incredibly honest about those challenges. It's also unique to spend a concentrated period of time really going deep on a set of common issues. There are other conferences around the country during the year, but they tend to be about flying in, listening to a presentation, flying out. This is about a series of conversations, highly structured, teams that have commonalities but also differences, people who are addressing similar challenges but have contexts that make particular solutions unique. And it's also the fact that it's not simply the superintendent, it's a superintendent as part of a team. And the learning of the team and the learning about the team is as important a part of the experience for me as the content that is being discussed or being explored during the week.
PELP to me is the kind of professional development that is job embedded in the, they're not, of course, in Austin with us, but it's job embedded in the sense that they're always laying out a context for you to use a different lens to approach your work, but it is about your real work in your district with real people on your team solving real problems for when you return back home. So unlike other professional development models, in my mind, in education, they simply have their impressions of what should be taught. It's not relevant at all to your context or your environment. And of course, it's typically the sage on the stage or one person presenting the concept to a very large group of people. You do your time and then you're done. In this case, and we have dedicated professors and facilitators. They get to know your team and your work. They call you in advance of the professional development, to advance of the week, to really try to understand what you're trying to achieve during your time here. So there's a lot of pre-work, real-time commitment, post-commitment, because they'll call and follow up with you after PELP.
I think what makes the PELP experience powerful is that the learning, along with other district teams via case study method, gives you real examples from which to think about how those systems, how those structures lend themselves to some of the work that we each do and lead. The combination of the case study method with dedicated time as a district team, with the technical assistance of faculty, as well as the individual learning that occurs both before, during, and afterwards, is a powerful combination for professional learning. And so any learning organization, any school district would benefit from that kind of an experience.
This program is unique in that it's a concentrated period of time, which you don't often have, right? When we're in our workaday worlds, it's very difficult to focus for this period of time. It's very difficult for focus without looking at your phone or your computer or your BlackBerry, whatever it is. It's also different in that you have folks whose training and practice is different from that which we normally interact with. So, being in a public school system, I will at times interact with post-secondary folks, but not extensively. And the level of analysis and detail that the faculty who are working with doctoral students normally is a different way of looking at things than I think that we're used to at the school system level.
I think we absolutely have achieved success. I think that we've been able to differentiate instruction better. I think we've learned how to better think about reaching out to parents and empowering them to be more demand parents, to see our parents as our customers. I think that we've learned a great deal about the commonality of experiences across multiple districts in the nation, that in fact all of us are struggling with the same issues of equity and excellence, and that we are challenged sometimes with resources. I also think we've had to rethink our model, not unlike many companies. When the market changes, when there are additional technology demands or changes, how you have to really revamp very quickly to stay competitive. I think that we are beginning to internalize those lessons in ways that are really, truly powerful. And I think that the fact that Harvard took the time to write very specific case studies on practical educational challenges has enriched the program tremendously.
And I think the PELP Institute has really expanded how you think and how you really look at the organization and your role in it, the leader's role, and how you need to develop teams of people, not just in the district office, but in local schools. And then together we need to be teams to really make sure we have the organizational structure and systems in place to achieve what it is we're supposed to do, and that's educate students to a high level. We have about 163,000 that we are going to be educating next year, and all of them need a quality and effective education.